Swallowed Star Episode 201. In the previous episode, within the sacred shrine surrounded by countless sealed stars, Luo Feng stood before the great being of the universe, the very creator of his lineage. There, he learned about the origins of his two treasures, the Star Tower and the Force Armor. Counterparts to his seniors Shen Halberd and Raw Soul. The great being revealed the truth behind the creation of the Earth race, a species born not of chance, but of divine design. Through the mysterious 9-volume manual, he had reshaped the human foundation, granting them the potential to surpass even pinnacle bloodlines like the golden horned beast. What truly set the Earth race apart wasn't just their physical power, but their willpower and consciousness, qualities no treasure could enhance. Guided by his teacher, Luo Feng was shown a secret within the Star Tower, a radiant realm filled with countless glowing droplets. Each represented the future of the Earth race, warriors to come, born from the evolving legacy of the Force Armor and the Raw Soul. With this revelation, Luo Feng finally understood, his destiny was not only to rise as a supreme being of the universe, but also to lead and protect a race with infinite potential. And the episode 201 continues. Luo Feng looked at the vast space of water droplets. He was almost able to see the future of the Earth warriors in his eyes. With his guidance, the name of Earth would spread far and wide across the universe, becoming an incredible power among the trillions of races. He thought to himself, even though a skyscraper always starts from the first level, the foundation determines how high it can go. My foundation is set, it's time to build. Everything will depend on my hard work. Few in the entire universe had as many resources as Luo Feng now possessed. Humanity had countless sub-races and several universe masters. Yet even among them, it was rare to see such treasures placed in the hands of a sector lord. Normally, it would be unthinkable for someone at his level to inherit things like the Star Tower or the Force Armor. But his teacher, the Great Being, was no ordinary existence. He was a lone wolf, a being so mighty that even the universe masters of humanity would treat him with awe and reverence. The majestic being spoke, his voice echoing through the watery space. My disciple, there are a total of 1 million soldier souls, 100,000 general souls, 10,000 king souls, and 1,000 emperor souls. They are similar to the Shen armors, but they have an enormous requirement on both the body and the soul. He explained calmly. A normal sector lord pinnacle can only withstand the soldier soul. The general soul needs 100 times that strength. The king soul requires 10,000 times, and the emperor soul, 1 million times that of a sector lord pinnacle. The being's gaze fell on Luo Feng. Even though you are still only a sector lord, you have powerful soul amplification techniques. Your willpower and consciousness have both been tempered through the life or death inheritance. Your consciousness is almost on par with an Undying's, and your willpower, many knights cannot even compare. The Star Tower inheritance, he said, was extraordinarily dangerous. The stronger one's soul, the more unbearable the pain during the fusion. Even knights had tried, and fallen instantly, destroyed by the torment. Only sector lords and Undyings could survive long enough to attempt it at all. Luo Feng had succeeded because of his unmatched willpower, honed over 6,000 years of struggle. And especially after his dramatic evolution halfway through that time, his will was unshakable, stronger even than most knights. The being continued, the soul acts as the soldier, the consciousness is the general, the willpower commands them all. The stronger your consciousness and willpower, the more strength you can unleash. He looked at Luo Feng approvingly. Even though your body is still that of a sector lord, your soul amplification exceeds 32 times normal. With your willpower, you can easily handle a general soul. Then, with a wave of his hand, 2 shimmering orbs of light floated toward Luo Feng. Take these 2 general souls. One is for your earthling body, and the other is for your golden horned beast body. Once I arrange everything, you will use them. Luo Feng bowed respectfully. Yes, teacher. He carefully stored the 2 general souls inside his world ring, glancing at the countless other souls drifting in the space around him. Teacher, he asked hesitantly, what about the soldier and general souls here? Before the great being could answer, The universe master Pu Ti laughed softly beside him. Third junior brother, these are all special treasures, each not inferior to a true treasure. Unless you truly plan to begin nurturing Earth's warriors right now, it's better to leave them here. They are safest in this place. Luo Feng nodded. His gaze lingered on the floating water droplets, millions of potential souls. The seeds of his race's future greatness. Then the great being smiled. Follow me, I will take you on a tour of the Star Tower. He pointed forward. Instantly, the countless droplets around them began to shift and merge, forming an enormous structure. First, a bow, then a hull, until before them appeared a magnificent boat over 10 kilometers long. Its surface shimmered with divine energy, perfectly sculpted from the power of the droplets. Get on, the being said, leaping lightly onto the deck and sitting cross-legged. Even at over 900 meters tall, he looked like a giant mountain resting on the boat. Luo Feng and Pu Ti, by comparison, seemed tiny figures standing before him. Amazed, Luo Feng whispered, "Creation?" The ease with which his teacher had formed such a thing was staggering. Pu Ti chuckled. "Are you surprised? Our teacher is one of the greatest beings in the entire universe. The laws themselves are meaningless before him. You should sense it already. You can't feel the origin laws here. Can you?" Luo Feng nodded slowly. He truly couldn't sense anything. No space, no time, no laws of the universe. Within a certain range, Pu Ti explained, even the laws must obey whatever he says. He is not bound by them, he commands them. He smiled faintly. If our teacher said that fire could freeze someone to death, then it would. If he declared that a star should vanish and yet shine brighter than ever, it would happen. If he decided that the speed limit wasn't light speed but 10 times that, then, in this area, we could move 10 times faster than light. The laws obey him. Luo Feng was stunned beyond words. The laws obey him? Such a being existed? Pu Ti continued. Of course, it's not limitless. Everything in the universe still flows according to the origin laws. The universe grants the greatest beings certain privileges, but even they cannot truly go against the entire cosmos. Still, within their domain, they are absolute. Luo Feng listened, awestruck. His entire understanding of power shifted in that moment. Once, he had dreamed of becoming an emperor, maybe someday a universe master. But now, standing before such an existence, he realized how small even those titles were. Soon, the great being spoke again, his deep voice rumbling through the air. The Star Tower is 9 light years tall. If you explored it alone, it might take you forever. But with my guidance, you'll finish the tour in half a day. Pay close attention. The boat began to move. Its speed instantly surpassed light itself. Yet they did not slip into the dark universe. The great being had rewritten the local laws. Speed limits no longer applied. Luo Feng could still see everything around him clearly, even though they traveled faster than light. Everything he thought he knew about space and reality no longer held true. The vast interior of the Star Tower opened before them, an endless world of pillars, light, and motion. Towering celestial columns stretched across space, some only a few light seconds long, others stretching more than a light year in height. Each was covered in golden engravings of infinite complexity, glowing softly as if alive. Between the pillars floated strange, massive treasures, tiles, bricks, and stars sealed in motion, each radiating immense power. The sealed stars moved in rhythmic paths, like living parts of a colossal mechanism. The pillars formed the framework of the tower. The treasures were its body and bones. Together, the law engravings across them formed an immense, unified structure, a divine machine beyond comprehension. The tour lasted an entire day. By the end, Luo Feng was overwhelmed. The scale, the intricacy, the divine engravings, all of it far exceeded even the beast god statue he had once studied. These law engravings, he murmured, holding his breath. The great being's deep voice replied, I spent countless years and effort creating them. Yet, during the process, a special transformation occurred, something beyond my control. Even I could not fully comprehend it. This is the wonder of the universe. He looked at Luo Feng. My disciple, you can sense the entire tower now, can't you? Yes, Luo Feng replied quietly. I can feel the sealed stars, as if I could reach out and touch them. I can sense the forbidden areas, I could easily enter them. But to trigger the entire tower, it feels like facing an immovable mountain. The being nodded, smiling faintly. The Star Tower's power is limitless. You are still far too weak to awaken it. Even to activate the Force armor requires a body 100 million times stronger than a Sector Lord's. Only knights can reach that level. When you break through to Undying, you will be an emperor among emperors, far stronger than most. He looked down at Luo Feng with pride. When you train in the 9-volume manual, you will become something akin to a special life form. Then, you will be able to use the Force armor. But the Star Tower. He paused. The Star Tower is hundreds of times stronger than the armor. To trigger it will be incredibly difficult. To use it perfectly will take unimaginable strength and control. Then, his gaze grew firm, his tone final. The moment you can do it, even if you use only the smallest fraction of its power, it would be effortless for you to crush the knights. The being leaned back slightly, his vast form radiating calm authority. But right now, he said softly, you are still weak. And that wraps up this episode. In this part, we saw Luo Feng being taken on an extraordinary journey through the mysterious Star Tower, a divine structure of unimaginable power and scale. Guided by his teacher, one of the greatest beings in existence, Luo Feng witnessed a level of creation and control that completely defied everything he thought he knew about the laws of the universe. We saw how the great being could shape reality itself, forming a massive energy boat from countless water droplets, bending the laws of space, and even allowing them to travel faster than light without entering the dark universe. This was not just a tour, it was a revelation. It showed Luo Feng what it truly means to reach the highest level of existence, where even the laws of nature must obey your command. Throughout this episode, Luo Feng also learned about the power of the soul, the soldier, the general, the king, and the emperor souls, and the enormous gap between them. His teacher entrusted him with 2 general souls, acknowledging that his willpower had already surpassed that of many knights. Yet, even with all his progress, Luo Feng realized just how far he still had to go. The Star Tower was not just a treasure, it was a universe-sized miracle. A masterpiece that even his teacher could not fully comprehend. This episode highlighted more than just strength, it showed the philosophy of growth, the meaning of willpower, and the humility of standing before the unknown. Luo Feng now understands that his path will not simply be about becoming stronger, but about transcending limits that even the universe itself sets. It's a reminder to the listener that even when you believe you've reached your peak, there is always a higher summit waiting beyond your sight. Luo Feng's journey from a mortal to a being capable of wielding such divine power is far from over, it has only just begun. If you enjoyed this episode or found it fascinating, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest episodes in Luo Feng's epic journey across the universe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.